You're just gonna watch your parents die? Uninsured parents with rising medical expenses now looking to children to foot the bill. Best course of action. You know, when you're healthy, no one ever thinks about when you get sick. Of course, when you get sick, then you start worrying about what you need. I think it's very important to have what they call long-term orientation. You need to look far enough. Eventually, no matter how healthy you are, at one point we will get sick, right? We will age. It's biological. We can't change that. That's Mother Nature, right? I think if you're in Malaysia, thankfully, unlike the US, which is highly capitalistic in nature, we do have a fairly decent public healthcare system. I think as Malaysians, we're also a little bit spoiled, especially in the urban areas. When we say we need to go to a hospital, immediately we think of private hospitals because the perception is that if you pay for something means it's better, right? I don't necessarily subscribe to that adage. I think a lot of our public hospitals deal with so many cases. I think in terms of experience, you don't want to find the cheapest doctor or the most expensive doctor doesn't mean will give you better results. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You want to look for a doctor with the most amount of experience. And I think if you go look at the public healthcare system, of course, there is a long waiting period or there's a waiting period depending on your condition. This should always be your first option. Failing that, then you need to look for other options. If children do not foot the bill and your parents are unwilling to pay, say they've exhausted all other options, you're just gonna watch your parents die? This makes sense, right? I think that's something that yourself and maybe your siblings need to think about. There's no right or wrong answer here, but what other options are there if there's no help given?